Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. Christian Edgar back with yet another exciting video. In today's video, we are going to talk about what real estate investment is. This is something this is an industry that has been picked of much interest by many Ugandans. And so let's address it and see how best you can invest your money in real estate investment and have profits in the shortest time possible. So with real estate investment, yes, very many people are investing in it in Uganda, but if you don't plan well when before you invest your money in real estate, you may not only end up broke but in debts. So it's best that you plan well before you start this real estate investments. So in today's video, what is real estate? Real estate is basically owning property, either buildings or land. But real estate investment is investing money in properties. It may be buildings. You either build buildings or you buy an already built building, or you buy pieces of land and then sell them off when they have appreciated in value and get money, actually earn profits. So in today's video, we are going to talk about only three categories of real estate in Uganda that many Ugandans are commonly associated with, the common ones that are mostly done by many Ugandans. So, and one of them is commercial real estate. With commercial real estate, this one it's one of a kind whereby you own a property, but this property is non-residential. You have a property, maybe you have a building, but this building you rent out spaces for businesses. It may be offices, hotels, retail shops, whatever it is, but people don't stay in that property. Now, with commercial real estate, it's a very, very, very good category of real estate investment for you to invest your money in. And with it, you don't actually need much maintenance as compared to the other residential real estate investment that we will talk about later. Because with it is the fact that it's housing professional businesses. You don't have to keep on maintaining repairs, what that this and this is broken, as in the other residential real estate investment that we'll talk about later. Now, with commercial real estate investment, before you start it up, you need to put certain things in mind, and there are three questions that you need to have yourself asked and answer them. And one of them is what kind of tenants do you want to attract, you as a developer, as an investor? And what kind of tenants do you want to attract to your property? And how much revenue do you want to generate annually or monthly? And also, what period of time do you expect to have recovered all the money that you have invested in that property? Now, once you have asked yourself those questions, that will drive you to how best you can, what kind of building or property that you want to set up so that you can have those questions answered. Now, with commercial real estate, once your property is housing successful businesses, then it means it will appreciate in value in the shortest time possible, because how successful the businesses are that your property is housing determines how much value your property can go for when you even decide to sell it off. Yes, and if your property is strategically located, then it means that you will have a good amount of revenue charged per business annually or monthly. Yes, so it is important that you have your property located in a strategic location when it comes to commercial real estate, because you see, even those tenants who have businesses and they want to rent out your property, your space for rent and do business, they will want to they want to rent out a property which is closer and easily accessed by whatever clients that they want to target, because they'll want their businesses to be targeted by the surrounding community and then have an earning so that they can afford their rent, they can afford the rent that you have charged them, and also be well. So they'll want a property that is easily accessed. So it is important that you have this in mind when you're going to start this commercial real estate business. Then the second of all is the second category of real estate investment is raw land real estate investment. Now, with raw land real estate investment, this one, you don't require a lot of money to actually start it up. The fact that you're buying land that is not occupied by anything is actually bare land. And with it, you don't need to buy pieces of land that are in town or already developed areas, I should say. You can even go deep inside and buy land that side. Then you wait for a few years for it to appreciate in value. Sell off those pieces of land, yes, and then have your money recovered in a shortest time with profits. Because take an example, an acre of land, if you've bought it, it has eight plots of land that are 50 by 100. Now those plots of land, if you sell them off, you can get some good money out of them. There are only three things that you need to put in mind. Does the piece of land have an access road? Because that's what clients will ask for when they come to buy that piece of land. Then also, does it have access to services like electricity and water? Yes, the fact that an area has a high potential for future development, you can buy it up and then you sell it within a shortest time possible, then earn some money out, because land appreciates in value. When you buy it today, it will appreciate. By tomorrow, it will have increased in value. So with raw land real estate investment, you don't need a lot of money, and you don't need to buy in already developed areas. Yeah, you can even buy in those deep inside areas, then wait for some period of time, then you sell it off when it has appreciated in value. The only things that you need to put in mind are access road, electricity, and water. That brings us to our third category of real estate investment. Now, with our third category of real estate investments, this one is residential real estate investments. Now, this one is the one that is commonly known by very many Ugandans, and very many Ugandans are investing their money in residential real estate investment. But now with residential real estate investment, it's also quite tricky, and if you don't plan it well before you start investing your money in it, you may end up in losses. You may not only end up broke but in debts. So what do you need in mind before you start this residential real estate investments? Still, there are three questions that you need to first ask yourself and have them answered. What kind of tenants do you want to attract you as an investor? And the second question is, what amount of revenue do you want to be generating out of your property annually or monthly? Then what period of time do you want to have your money recovered that you have invested in a particular property? Because if you want to attract those kind of tenants that are high-end tenants, of course they will want to live in an area which has easy access to essential services such as the main road, marketplace, shopping place, and health services. So they will want to live in those areas that have got unlimited access to such essential services. And with that, you can be able to own the amount of revenue that you will charge them annually or monthly. Yes, the fact that your property is strategically located in an area that has easy access to those essential services. But then for someone who has built an apartment in an area that has limited access to those essential services, we have talked about market, shopping centers, he may find it hard for him to find tenants to occupy his apartment, and yet those apartments may be identical to the ones that the other person has built, who has built them in an area that has unlimited access to those essential services. But this guy who has built the apartments in an area that has limited access to those essential services, he may have a delay in finding the right tenants to occupy his apartments. And him having a delay in finding the tenants to occupy his apartments, that will bring a delay in him recovering the amount of money that he has invested in a particular property. And having those delays may may bring a setback. Let's take an example. If he got a loan, he will need to service that loan, and yet he's having a delay in finding the tenants to occupy his property. And even when he gets those tenants, they will want to pay less money for the property, and yet the property is identical to such as the one that is located in an area that has essential services availed to it in plenty. So but if you start this residential estate, when you have asked yourself what kind of tenants do you want to attract and what amount of revenue do you want annually or monthly, then you'll be stress free when you have those questions answered before you start venturing into this residential real estate. So it is important, by the way. And by the way, with residential real estate, the only thing with it is that for it requires much maintenance. The fact that it's occupied by residents, they may do some damages before they leave. Then you have to do repairs, on and on, which is not with commercial real estate. The fact that it's housing professional businesses, you don't need much maintenance with it. But they are all good to venture in. You can venture in any of them, so long as you have planned well. So in today's video, we have looked at three things, and these three things they all fall under real estate investment. And the three categories of real estate investments that are commonly done in Uganda are commercial real estate, whereby we looked at this one, which is non-residential, where you have to deal in having a property, but you deal in renting out business spaces. It may be hotels, retail shops, and it may be hotels, retail shops, or offices. Then the second category is rural and real estate, where you buy a piece of land that is not occupied by anything, bare land, then you sell it off when it has appreciated in value. And with that, you don't need a lot of money to start it up. And then the third one, which is commonly done by very many Ugandans that we have talked about, is residential real estate. Now, with residential real estate, here you need a lot of money to invest in it, but there are three things that you have to put in mind before you start it up. What kind of tenants that you want to attract? Now, the amount of revenue that you expect annually or monthly, and the period of time that you expect to have recovered the amount of money that you have invested in that property. So with that, you can now go ahead and start your real estate journey. By the way, I have a video on starting your real estate journey on 1 acre of land. You should go check it out. Then also there is another video where I talked about commercial buildings that fit on a 50 by 100 plot of land. Yes, how best you can utilize those 50 by 100 plot of land and then have a commercial structure that can have about 12 shops with parking space. You can go check it out too. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscription button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back to the channel. I guarantee you that we'll be bringing you more and more concerning engineering, civil engineering, architecture, and real estate. Thank you very much. God bless you.